So we're saying, hey guys, it's Klaus. Welcome back to another video. Look at this. It's December and the Advent calendar specials are in full swing. Every day when you log in, there's a new tank for sale. Every day in December. Should you get one? Which one should you get? How do you decide? Do you just go on the internet and look up all the stats, carefully study all the stats, maybe watch some videos, some of the pros, some of the gameplay and garage reviews? How do you figure out which is the best one? Which one should you get? Should you get any? Well, you know, guys, I'm going to give you my little bit of no bullshit advice, because someone's got to look after the little guy. And I'm afraid that there is bullshit everywhere. There's bullshit under every rock and bullshit behind every tree. I'm going to give you a little bit of a talk on maybe some things to think about and some things to consider before you go out and buy one. And then maybe give you some general opinion, not individual opinion on which one you should buy. But bear with me and listen to my rant. And then when we're done, I'm going to show you some gameplay in one of the worst premium tanks, I think, that are out there, in my opinion. But anyway, let's maybe use this as an example here. Look at this, the Type 64. It's a great little Chinese premium tank, Tier 6, light tank. A lot of people love this thing. It's a good tank. Now, how do you figure out whether you should get one or not? You could look up the stats, you could watch some videos, but invariably what you get is a little bit of a stat review in the garage and then some Unicom Ace Tanker gameplay to follow. So if you're in the, we're not going to do a garage review here, guys, but we can look up the stats. Look at this, the vehicle details here. Let's have a look at them. Just some of the quick important numbers here. The gun fires every 3.16 seconds. It has about a 2-second aim time. It has 2,181 damage per minute. What else is there? It has 15% camouflage concealment when moving and stationary, and it has about 3.77% concealment when it shoots its gun, and 390 meter view range. There you go. There's the garage review. Now let's roll out and watch some Unicom gameplay. Now, you know, this is where the bullshit creeps in, because when you watch some of the videos and you watch some of the great games, those 1 in 500 Ace Tanker games, they're not rolling out with these stats. These are the stats for the tank, but you know, those guys, the professional players that are going to play, they're going to have great crews, 4, 5, 6 skills, or sometimes they're going to have a wargaming account like I do here. I've got my sheriff's account. Well, let's use my wargaming sheriff's account to make my point. Let's put a crew in there. What kind of a crew do I have? Well, look at this. My commander has 9 skills. I've got all the skills. And I'm going to roll out. Well, I don't need a fire extinguisher. Right? Let's put some food in there. Some food. 20,000 per game. That's cheap. We'll use the food. And let's fill these equipment slots here. Well, let's put a gun rammer in there, because we want to be able to shoot 10% faster. And what else should we put in there? Let's put some optics in there, because we're a light tank. We want to be able to spot the enemies. And we can't put vents in there on this one, so we'll put vert stabs. You know, that's $500,000 a pop. Why not? And yeah, let's roll out in this. We don't even have the expensive gun rammer, because I don't have enough bonds like some of the Unicoms. Because I'm not a Unicom. But all right, let's roll out with this. What kind of stats would we have if we roll out with this configuration? Well, hey, wait a minute. Our reload time isn't over 3 seconds, it's 2.6 seconds. Our aim time isn't over 2 seconds, it's 1.89. Oh, we don't have 2100 DPM, we have almost 2600 DPM. Well, that's pretty good. And we don't have 15% concealment, we have 29. When we shoot our gun, we still have 7% concealment. That's pretty good. And we got 485 meter view range. So, you know, you look at you get a little bit of a garage review, and then let's watch the game. And the player rolls out in this configuration. He drives out to a bush. He's got 490 meter view range, spots the whole enemy team, and starts pumping out the shots at 1.8 seconds in between shot, and unleashes his 2600 DPM on those guys, remains undetected, and gets Ace Tanker. You watch this video and you go, wow, that's fantastic. That tank is borderline overpowered. I'm getting it. But you know, you're not getting those stats. Sometimes you're not even getting the stats that we reviewed. You're a casual player. Now, if you're a Unicom, or if you've played 50,000 games and you own 20 premium tanks, and you know all this, and you know you play clan wars and skirmishes, and you got all of this, you know all this stuff, you got great crews, then don't watch this. Just skip to the gameplay. I got a pretty good game to show you. But if you're a casual player and you're just starting and you want to get 1 or 2 premium tanks just to make some credits, and you're not sure which one, and you're watching the videos and you want to get a good one, well, the word good is relative, and I'm going to kind of explain it here. You're going to roll out, and you haven't played 50,000 games, and you don't have crews with 5 skills, so, you know, get rid of these guys. You don't have these guys. Send them to the barracks. You've heard in those reviews that this tank is a good crew trainer. These premium tanks are good crew trainers. You don't have any Chinese crew, so you're going to train your crew. Let's get a crew in here. Let's recruit. You don't have any gold. Can't afford gold. You can barely afford the premium tank. So let's just use the credit. 20,000 credits to get a crew trained up to 75%. Let's get another guy here. Now we're gonna spend almost over 100,000 credits just getting this crew, and we're gonna train it up in our premium tank. That's what you're supposed to do, right? We're going to get ace tanker, just like those, just like in the gameplay in that video that I watched. So let's get this crew in here. You know what? You can't afford 20,000 credits per game. Are you kidding me? You want a fire extinguisher, and you want a little one, because the big one's too expensive. It's 20 grand. All right, and are you going to put all this stuff on there, the casual players that are playing for fun? I recommend you do, but some of you won't even have this. Let's leave it on there and make the compare. Even if you spend 1.5 million for the equipment, well then what kind of tank do you got? Let's look at the stats on this tank. All right. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have a 2.8 second reload time. You got a 3.2 second reload. No wonder the enemy Type 64 is shooting you twice as fast as you shoot him. Your aim time is 2.2 seconds. You're exposed 2.3 seconds, not 1.89. You don't have 2,600 DPM, you have 2,100 DPM. And you don't have 29% concealment, you have 15, okay? And you only have less than 4% when you shoot your gun. You've got concealment like a heavy tank when you shoot your gun. You roll out into the same bush. You watch the video, you saw the garage review, you check the stats, you slap your credit card down, you buy the tank. You roll out to the same bush on the same map with this configuration. You pull out there. Oh, we didn't even check. Wait. We didn't even check. Do you even spot anyone? You had, remember, 489 views. No, you only have 383. You don't spot anyone. You're in the bush. You're going, where are they? I don't see anyone. Well, you get spotted because there's a tier 8 tank there that has all the consumables and all the equipment and a great crew. He spots you and shoots HE at you. Takes 3/4 of your HP. You're looking around going, what the hell happened? And then you're stunned again and explode. That's how your gameplay goes. Because, I'm sorry to say, but the stats that you just watched in that video or you read on that webpage are not your stats. This is a grinding game where everything is relative. Okay, so if you roll out with this configuration, you're going to think this thing is a piece of crap. So you've got to, when you watch those games or when you read the stats or everything you see, you got to be careful because to me, a lot of it almost seems like advertising or a sales job. And that's why when I do my reviews, I don't go through all the stats in the garage and all the numbers because the numbers, they all change. They're all relative. They're not your numbers. It would be like going to a car dealer and you want to buy a Ford Escape. And you're looking at all the numbers and all the horsepower and everything. And then the dealer lets you test drive a Ferrari. It's not the same. You're going to be disappointed. So having said all that, what do you do? Which one do you pick? Well, here's a little bit of advice. And then we're going to watch the gameplay here is, look at this. What have I got turned on here? I've got the tier 6s and 8s. And look how many there are. Like, how do you decide? Right? Well, first of all, one question you got to ask yourself, if you're a casual player, tier 8, you get a tier 8 premium tank, you're going to face tier 9s and 10s. Well, why don't we just click off the tier 8s and look at all the tier 6s and 7s that are probably going to come up in the advent calendar. Some of these are going to come up. You know, tanks like this one that gets preferential matchmaking, that's a beautiful little tank if you've got a good crew. Maybe this one will come out. I don't have to say anything about that one. Or this one. Some of these low tier, tier 6 and 7 tanks, are just a blast to play. Like, if you like playing the KV, why not play a KV that makes a lot of credits, right? The Cromwell B, things like this. My point is, take everything you read and everything you see with a grain of salt. Someone's got to look after the little guy, and that's why I like giving you guys no bullshit, just the truth. And I'm not going to play every tank in the advent calendar and show you an ace tanker game, because if I roll out in this account and play those tanks, what you see is not going to be what you get. All right, so just be careful. And maybe the last little bit of advice here, like I said, if you're a Unicom, you've played, or even if you're not, but you've played 50,000 games and you've got crews coming out the yin yang that with 4 or 5 skills, then get whatever one you want. It doesn't matter. But if you're the casual guy, the beginner, someone that just wants to buy 1 or 2 tanks to get started and make some credits, then think about this. If you've mainly got Russian and American tanks, medium tanks, then get a Russian or an American premium tank. Don't go out and get a Chinese one where you don't have a crew and you got to start off with a 75% crew. Look at your garage, think about the tanks you like to play, the nations that you have, and stick with that at the beginning. Maybe get a tier 6 or a tier 7, because they're a lot more forgiving and the skill level is a lot lower, and you're not going to face tier 9 and 10 object whatever the fucks every time you roll out in your tier 8. If you're a beginner, maybe stick with the tier 6s and the tier 7s. You'll be doing you a favor and your teammates a favor, especially if you're rolling out with unskilled crews in a tier 8 premium tank. Man, it is not going to go like those videos that you've watched, the ace tanker videos from the pros, and you're going to look at those stats and say, those stats don't seem to work for me. Anyway, that's my little no bullshit rant. I hope it at least makes you think before you go out. And I'm not saying you shouldn't buy any of the tanks. It's Christmas. You may want to buy some premium tanks to make you enjoy the game more, to make some credits. Go for it. But just think about what I said, and remember, like I said, there's bullshit hidden under every rock and bullshit behind every tree. Now, having said that, let's watch the gameplay. And here I am in Loza's M4A2. What the hell is that? Well, basically it's a Sherman EZ8, but it's Russian. Pretty rare. Have you guys seen this one before? And I'm doing something that you can do when you get especially tier 6 premium tanks. This is a skirmish battle, and this is a great way if you're training up your crew. You can click skirmishes instead of random battles and go join a team. And I've joined a team here with some people from Opic and Villain, and there's another guy there from Ujo. Bunch of great players, and we're just rolling out. I'm going to have some fun in our tier 6s. One of the guys is commanding. He's on TeamSpeak telling everyone what to do. I'm not on TeamSpeak because I don't get along well with others. So I just follow and try my best. And this is a tier 6 premium tank. I actually really like it, but it kind of sucks. And you know why? Because it's Russian. It's in the Russian tech tree, but it's an American tank. That's basically why. The T-3485M is better in every way. This thing's slow. The gun has not very good pen. You miss all the time, but it's kind of cool looking, and it's a Sherman. But if you rolled out in this thing with a bad crew to train up your crew and end up in a tier 8 battle, they would wipe. You'd suck. Just trying to think of what they would wipe, but you would suck in this thing. And I do not have a great crew. Look at my view range circle. See, my view range isn't even maxed out here. One of the things about this tank that some people will tell you is a positive. Is that it enable you can put vertical stabilizers on this thing. Wow, ooh. So that your gun is vertically stabilized, which basically means you lose one equipment slot just to make the gun not shit. Which, if you just bought a T-3485M, it kind of has a Russian number generator vertical stabilizer already built in. And now I've got hit and bounced because I'm in the a Sherman Loza. So I hope you guys, my diatribe, little rant there was a little bit long at the beginning, but just was trying to give you guys the, you know, my no bullshit opinion. That just beware. Buyer beware. Anyways, what am I doing here in this game? We kind of, usually on this map, and one thing I like is that they've got a lot more maps now for the Tier 6 skirmishes. It used to be just a couple of maps, and now it's like almost all of them. These big maps, it's great. And it's there's a lot more teamwork here. Oh, let's take a shot on him and, you know, do nothing because I'm in a Loza. Oh, I finally got some damage. Alright, I've lost a lot of HP. But usually the teams end up going in the middle here and fighting around those ridge lines in the middle. But we did something a little different. We took the low ground, but we got detected, and now the enemy team has got some good cover, and this is not going to be an easy battle. We're losing. I am so slow. I would like to move up to that ridge line, but I can't, because if I do, I'm going to get shot by those guys over there. I'm kind of pinned down here, just taking shots of up. There you go. I finally got a good hit. See, my gun was vertically stabilized. I didn't miss. But seriously, because I have to equip the vertical stabilizers, my equipment slot, that's taken. Let's take this guy out. Let's take him out. Yeah, vertical stabilized my ass. Can I take him out at least? Yes, I got him. Well, you use up an equipment slot on this thing for that. And then because I'm running gun rammer and vents, I don't have a slot for optics or binocs. I should probably take the vents out. Oh, let's bounce on a bounce again on a T-34 85M. Bounce again on him, because that is a Tier 6. And bounce again, because that's a Tier 6 Russian, the best Tier 6 premium tank you could buy in the game. It's on the Russian tech tree, but it's Russian. This is on the Russian tech tree, but it's American, and it sucks. But we have come back now. I've had to load APCR, which is what you'll have to do if you ever... this one might come up for sale, I don't know. This is not a sales job for the Loza. I just, for some reason I like it, but I mean it sucks in every way, but I kind of like it. I don't know why. And we're moving up here. This has been a battle. Look at, I've never really approached anyone from this angle before. Where the hell is that guy? Maybe I can take a shot on... No, I don't have a shot here. This thing does have good gun depression. But this is fun. Playing these skirmishes, there's a little bit of teamwork. Let's take a shot. Oh, let's trade. I'll shoot you for 130. You shoot me back for 189. Because you're a Russian tank, and I'm a Russian-American tank. What? And how the hell? Did you guys... Is there an opening there? That guy shot me? Are you freaking kidding? That has never happened to me before. I guess I didn't know. He feathered a shot. See, he doesn't have vertical stabilizers. But he doesn't fucking need them. If the T-34 85M comes for sale, that's the best tier for tier premium tank in the game. Without a doubt, it's got everything. It's better than the Cromwell B. That's my no bullshit opinion, because you can kill a Cromwell B in just, what, 3 shots? Maybe 4 shots? You can kill a Type 64 with 2 shots if you shoot HE. It's got everything, speed, accuracy. You don't have to run vertical stabilizers. You don't have to, you just have to point, click, you know, hit, Gatov. This one is not so much point, click, Gatov. And now it's a 4-4 game. It's 3 versus 3 here. Now what do? If I poke up there again, one more hit, I'm dead. But I've got to try. Oh, that guy's got an E2. That's got a... Okay, let's take a shot here. Let's... come on, my buddy's being... We've just lost a player. Can I hit him? No, because I have vertical stabilizers. Now, let's hit him again. Okay, I got him. I have to make a decision here. There's 2 targets left. Let's both go after one of them. Let's go after the weaker target that I can pen. Come on, let's go, buddy. If my buddy in the T-37... No, but he's going the other way. Okay, so teamwork has broken down. I don't know why he's charging the T-34 85M. Well, I'm not on TeamSpeak, so I don't know what the call was. But, you know, obviously... We want to go 2 against 1 versus someone, and we want to go against the easier target, which is this guy. Where is that? Don't die! Hope my teammate doesn't die. Let's find... Okay, there he is. There's the Type 64. Let's just... Now we can just auto-lock because, you know, you're not Russian, and we can take you out easily. And now all I have to hope for is that my buddy in the T-37 does not die. Don't die. I just type in wait. And I have to lumber into a position here in Loza's Sherman. But, you know, guys, playing these skirmishes, there's so much more strategy. It's so much more fun. Even if, even a bad team. an average team can have a great game. You get on TeamSpeak and you can just join. You just go into the skirmish menu and you all the teams come up there and you click on the team that needs spaces and people will invite you in. And this does not affect your stats, but you can play your tanks and grind your crews. Now let's see if I can win this game. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Playing the tier 6 tanks in skirmishes instead of, in a tier 8 game in a pub match victory. And you can make lots of credits. Let's just check the stats here. Great game. Everyone played well. Look, almost everyone got damage. Excellent. And do you make credits? Yes. Even without a premium account, would have made... And I had to fire APCR to kill that T-3485M, because it's the same tier and it's Russian instead of Russian-American. But hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, guys, I'll just... Remember the rant. Warning, beware. Just make up your own mind on what you think you should get if you get anything. And it's not all about the stats and it's not all about what you see on the videos. Just make up your minds for yourself. Thanks and catch you on the next one.